Hello YouTube, this is Lance of Destiny FX, and I am here with my longest waiting video, and that was my personal rehaul for the Ends mask of the Halloween series. Unfortunately, I did kind of skip the two Halloween kills. That's what I skipped, because I have a 2018 basement scene mask. That's in my personal collection. And then when the movie came out a couple years ago for Halloween Ends, obviously that's what I have now. I had planned to do a cosplay with a friend who would do Michael and I would do Corey. So my mask was more so based on the stunt, I believe. It's not as yellow as it is in real life, but this is the first mask that I had actually used the Christopher Nelson method. And you can actually notice it the most in like the forehead area and under the eye. And the way that I achieved that effect was I picked up the tiniest amount of latex for each layer with a makeup brush. And those went over the cracks and details fine enough for me. Now, for the more opaque areas, I did pick up more tone on the brush, and that was intentional. What next? I suppose we should go over the mold next. You want to have your reference pictures very close by when you're doing this. Honestly, I think I could have done better. Because there are so many varying shades. There are so many varying shades that you could honestly work on this for like weeks. But to give you the best hint that I can, it's not a perfect line down the middle. There are lighter shades that go up around the eye and up the temple. Now, there is a bit of rot and mold in this area here. It might have gone a little dark, but that's just because of the aged blood that I added on top from the Halloween Kills end scene. And here, what did I do? Again, it's been a minute. I should have made this video sooner. The hair is mostly recycled from the original mask. The new white wisps of mold are new cotton balls that have been lightly tinted with like grays and yellows and tans. That was after application, so I could get those tones to kind of melt into the paint that was already underneath the new mold. Here for the temple, so when laying down the hairline, I stopped using strips of hair, instead just kind of fanned out the loose ends. And plus the mold on top of that helps melt it all together. Because in the end scene of, not that end scene, but throughout the new David Gordon Green timeline, the mask does deteriorate pretty quickly. Especially after being taken out of the investigation office. But you want to continue the mold all the way around. You could honestly bring it into the hair a little bit more. Another good way to help smooth this hair down before applying the mold is applying your hairspray or your styling gel. That is honestly how I got most of this to look as crispy as it is. For this mask, I did not do the ear holes, but I did have to trim up this area a little bit. I just kind of followed the lines in the mask. It should be pretty well done. And it was actually the mouth that I had to work with the most because the mold has deteriorated in the mask to the point where it's hard to follow the line. And it's hard to tell if factory cut is good enough or not. This, you actually don't want to cut out because in the movie masks, they did not do that. But also, it helps hold the mold in here a little better. Back to normal paint techniques and such, you do want to still do your normal weathering on top of even the Nelson method. Back and forth will get you a lot more natural of a tone, and in the end, more movie accurate. Let me see if I turn off this light. There we go. You can kind of see the yellow tones that I have in this a little bit better. It is a lot more tan in person. I think it's just because the table that I have to work with. And those are all the techniques that I had used. I mean, it is a very large mask for me, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna hold on to this. Might see about it. It's been sitting in my closet for this long anyways, so what's wrong with thinking on it a little bit longer? Thank you for turning in, and have a good one.